Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to be doing an overview of DeepSeek at deepseek.com. I previously made a video about DeepSeek, but it was a shorter video. I'm going to try to make a longer video this time. So DeepSeek is a chatbot, and you can think of it as kind of an alternative to ChatGPT or Google Gemini or HuggingChat. And DeepSeek, if you go to deepseek.com, you might see something like this. And DeepSeek has revolutionized the AI world in recent weeks. And DeepSeek, a lot of its models are mostly or completely open source. At least the code is open source, a lot of it, maybe not so much the data, but they give metrics, and apparently some of their top models are better than some of the models from ChatGPT and other top AI softwares, AI chatbot softwares, LLMs. So yeah, and chatbot and DeepSeek is based in China. Okay, this is some Chinese at the bottom anyway. And DeepSeek is a Chinese company, but the AI is very good, and I wanted to show DeepSeek. Okay, so you go here and you would make an account. You would go Start Now, and you make an account. Unfortunately, they don't support so many different domains, so you might have to use one of the main emails providers or use a Google account. So you might have to use a Gmail or Outlook account. I tried different domains, like one of my own domains, but it wouldn't accept it, and it wouldn't accept a temporary email, maybe because they've been overwhelmed. So you might need to make an account with a Gmail or Outlook or other major email provider. Okay, so once you make an account, you will you might see something like this, and this is kind of like ChatGPT or Google Gemini, and then you can give your prompt there. This is an example prompt I gave it. Describe the process of photosynthesis in plants. This is a complicated question, and often I can tell the quality of an output. I can tell the quality of an AI model based on how well it gives the answer, and it gives the answer very quickly. And I often will test AI models with these questions or similar questions. And I think DeepSeek's models are very good. Okay, so I don't know the name of this model that I'm using right now, but you can also use the R1 model. And R1, I think, is similar to ChatGPT o1, which, yeah, it's one of the top models out there. So if you want a much faster response, you can use their default. And if you want a much more thorough answer, maybe you can use R1. It's kind of like if you use ChatGPT, if you want to use the O1 model versus GPT-4o versus GPT-4o mini. It just depends on which you want to use. So let's look at the answer here. So describe the process of photosynthesis. I think it gave a very good answer. It's the process by which green plants, algae, and some bacteria convert light energy, usually from the sun, into chemical energy stored in glucose. So I think that's a great answer, and it gives a very good output, in my opinion. And then what you can do is you can copy the output, kind of like other models, ChatGPT or Google Gemini. And I just copied this here. And then you can copy it like this. This is what the Markdown code looks like. And then you can use a website such as Markdown to HTML. You can paste in your Markdown and have it do something like this. And then, for example, you can go to docs. You can go to paste this as a Google Doc, and it's very cool, in my opinion. Okay, so that was just one question. That was just to test the output. Now let's test a random question. For example, teach me teach me why dogs have much better smelling abilities than humans. Okay, this is a question I'm interested to know the answer to. So why can they smell better? And I'd like to see One, if it understands the question, and two, if it can actually give a good answer. And I think it gives a very good answer here. So it's talking about dogs have a far superior sense of smell compared to humans due to several anatomical and physiological adaptations. So I think this is very good. And if you're interested to learn, DeepSeek is really a great place to learn. And let's ask the same question, but go to chat.deepseek.com. Let's ask the same question, but now let's try with DeepSeek R1. So this is kind of like ChatGPT O1. It's kind of a more advanced model. And okay, so this is using their default model. This is the answer, and this is using R1. So notice that it claims that it's thinking, and then it's going to give some interesting output. So look, this again, it claims it's thinking, but in just a moment here, hopefully it'll show some bolded text. Okay, so it's giving an interesting answer, and notice it takes much longer than the other one. So it claims it was thinking there, and now it's giving this great output. Okay, so this is R1, and then R1, again, it's kind of like ChatGPT O1, which is one of their top models. And this is an open source alternative, which is really great. So dogs possess a remarkably superior sense of smell compared to humans due to a combination of, I wonder if that gave almost the same answer. Okay, it gave a similar answer. Okay, now I wanted to show you that DeepSeek actually puts a lot of their computer code online for free. So a lot of it is open source, which I think is amazing. So they give away a lot of their technology for free, basically, with the code. You can go to Hugging Face, and they have a page DeepSeek-AI. So you can if you really want to learn or even modify their code or even read their paper, they give away a lot how the technology works, which is really incredible. So you can go to their Hugging Face page. Also, they have it on GitHub. Let's see where the GitHub page is. Okay, and this is one of their GitHub repositories for DeepSeek-R1, and R1 is one of their top models. So they give away a lot of the code for free, which is amazing. And again, you can go to Hugging Face, and you can also download. I think they can download the maybe some of the data. You can download the actual AI model. You can download the code. And they actually give away some of the research for free, which is incredible. So if you really want to read the paper, you can read the paper. And I don't know how long the paper is. Let's see how many. So they give away the paper for free, and the paper for R1 is just 22 pages long. But this definitely, if you're interested in learning about AI and machine learning, DeepSeek can be a great thing because they give their code away for free. And what's really ironic, I think, about the company OpenAI is that the name comes from they used to be open source AI. Now OpenAI is more closed source. They don't give away a lot of their code for their newest models, and that's unfortunate, although they do give some research papers away. But anyway, so DeepSeek is, so this is a paper they link to. So going back to deepseek.com, let's say that you're not interested in the code or the papers or anything like that, or the models, like actually downloading the models. So you can download this on your own computer, these models. You can download the code on your own computer, But you can also, I forgot to mention, you can also go to Hugging Face, and this is kind of like an open source alternative to ChatGPT, and you can actually use the R1 model on HuggingChat, just like you can go to at DeepSeek.com. So if for some reason you don't like DeepSeek.com, you can use the model at HuggingChat, which to me is very awesome. And let me ask it, some more questions here. Let's say, for example, give me some ideas for starting a successful e-commerce business, running it 100% remote. So for example, I run some e-commerce businesses, and I'm curious to know what it thinks of as some ideas for running e-commerce businesses. No, I'm sure maybe this is a common question that's asked, but um, I think this is a good answer. And look how quick it is. So yeah, I'm very impressed. So it talks about drop shipping, print on demand. And print on demand is something that's great for, especially for me. Like I do publish books, and print on demand is a great model. And for t-shirts and others, print on demand is great too. So niche drop shipping digital products, this is a great idea. Yes, for sure, this is true. Etsy, Teachable, so you can sell courses, sell ebooks. Yeah, so this is a great answer in my opinion. So going back to DeepSeek, you can make a free account, which is great. And then also, this is something that I've been wanting to look into, which is using their API. I haven't used their API. I have used Google Gemini API and ChatGPT API. These APIs like using connecting with their technology directly instead of using a web browser like this. And you can, if you know about how to code, you can use their API, but I think DeepSeek.com is really great. So again, DeepSeek.com is a great alternative to ChatGPT. It's free. At least the basic stuff is free. They might have a paid version for the. I haven't actually seen an option to pay for DeepSeek.com for the main one. The API would be paid. This one here, the API is probably paid. But anyway, so I definitely think DeepSeek is worth checking out. I think it's a great service, and DeepSeek revolutionized the AI world in recent months. And they literally apparently took more than $1 trillion off of the stock market. So companies like NVIDIA and ChatGPT or OpenAI kind of panicked because DeepSeek had a better model, or at least they had they made a model for significantly cheaper than what companies like ChatGPT did, and they used worse hardware. So they weren't using the most modern NVIDIA GPUs. They were using some older ones or some less powerful. But they were using very clever algorithms, and they're very efficient, and I absolutely love that they're open source. I think open source AI is the future, in my opinion. I love having open knowledge. I don't like having such things like this proprietary if it can be avoided. So again, I think DeepSeek.com is definitely worth checking out, and I use it frequently. Again, it's kind of like an alternative to ChatGPT or Google Gemini or HuggingChat. And I use HuggingChat from time to time. And again, what's really cool is that if you have a HuggingChat account, and you can actually choose a model from DeepSeek. And you can run it on HuggingChat, which I think is very great. And again, one of the great things about it that it's open source is that you can read about the technology, you can download the model, you can download the source code. Okay, and if you don't know how to code or you're not interested, that's totally fine. You can just use deepseek.com and use it for so many different features and ask questions and get great answers. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked this video, I'd appreciate it if you could subscribe or follow this channel and like this video. See you in the next one. Thank you.